At the age of 16, Leon Edwards fell in love with mixed martial arts. Today, he is world champion in the welterweight division. The Jamaican-born Edwards stunned the world on the 20th of August when he knocked out three-time champion Kamaru Usman in the headline event at the UFC 278 in Salt Lake City, Utah. In a close fight, Usman was on course for the win, had the decision gone down to the judges, but with a little over a minute remaining, Edwards delivered one of the most memorable knockouts in UFC history, leaving the Nigerian-American out cold and making Edwards the first ever Jamaica-born UFC champion. Here's how that drama unfolded. What a finish that was for that contest. Now, we are pleased to have with us today the new welterweight champion, Leon Edwards. Leon, welcome to the SportsMax Zone. First time appearing on our show. And I have to ask you this, what we just looked at, we're 9 days on from that. But how has these 9 days been since that memorable moment?
Thank you for having me on the show, and it's been life-changing. You know, I was able to change my family's life and my mom's life, my whole generation. So it's been surreal and yeah, amazing.
Yeah. How much money did you make for that win?
I make a lot of money.
Okay, all right, Leon, I understand. Now, yeah. As we looked at the contest, and as all the reports had suggested, from a points perspective, Usman appeared to have been leading up to that point, and if the fight had gone the distance and the judges would have decided, maybe you would not have won. Was that how you were reading the fight at the time?
Yeah. Going into the fifth round, I won the first round. He won the last 3 rounds. So going into the fifth round, I knew that I had to go out there and get the finish, and that's what I did. Also, my coaches talked to me in the fourth round, saying, "Listen, you need to go out there and go do your thing," and that's what I did, and landed the head kick, put him out clean, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, well, this would have been the second time you fought him. You had boxed against him, I think, back in 2015, and he defeated you. What did you take from that first fight going into the second?
Usman is a very good wrestler. In America, they do wrestling in colleges, in school. So it was a similar game plan that he used in the second fight, which is he wanted to come out, hold me, wrestle me. So yeah, I knew going into the fight that it was going to be a tough fight. He's a tough guy, you know. He's won 15 fights in a row before I knocked him out. So I knew it was going to be a tough fight. But going in there, I was confident in myself and in my skill set. So we're out there and get the victory.
What did this victory mean to you?
For me, it means everything. It was something I've worked for since the age of 17, 16 when I first started MMA, and like I said, it gave me an opportunity now to secure my family's life. I got a little son as well, so help secure his life as well. So it means the world to me to achieve this dream that I've chased since a kid.
Right. At the end of the fight, you know, you kept saying that you didn't like how your body reacted to a...
Salt Lake City in Utah is very high altitude. When it's at altitude, there's no oxygen in the air, so your body can't... you can't breathe properly, basically. Your body, there's not enough red blood cells in your body to perform. In where I live in England, the altitude is very low. Where Usman lives and trains, the altitude is double the altitude to Salt Lake City. So his body was already conditioned to that kind of air. So yeah, for me, I went there 2 weeks early to America, and it wasn't enough time. You know, I needed more time for my body to be conditioned to the air, to be at high altitude.
The finish that you had to knock out Usman, I felt as if from a viewer point of view, it was extremely stunning. In the moment, Leon, did you realize what you had done and how you had won? Yeah,
when the kick landed, I went over him to finish him off, but his eyes was all rolling back of his head, so I thought he's done. And from there, all of this, I just started crying, you know, because like I said, it's been a long road and a lot of ups and downs, and so to finally achieve my dream, I did. And then yeah, from there, I used my mom. There was a gym getting built in my area. My mom said, you should try it out to keep out of trouble. So I tried it out. Then I just fell in love with it, you know, and I stuck to it. Work hard, dedicate my life to it, and then here we are. We're now world champion, you know, and I feel my background, also being born in Jamaica, going through the struggles I went through, has made me into the man I am today. You know, it's made me into a better person, even though it was hard at the time. But now looking back at it, it definitely made me into a stronger person mentally and physically.
Yeah, and how much today are you still thanking your mom, Leon? Because at 17, she was the one that directed you to this gym to turn your life around.
I thank her every day, you know. I thank her every day. Like I said, I'm able now to now give back and change her life financially and any other way she wants it, you know. So yeah, I thank her every day. She reminds me every day that she's the one that got me involved in it, you know. So yeah, I am grateful.
So you're indebted to her. She should own a lot. She should own a lot of your money.
she gets a lot of it anyway, so she's all right. She's comfortable.
Yeah. Leon, just this morning I was speaking to the Caribbean Boxing Association president, and he was bemoaning the fact that they just had a Caribbean Junior Championship, and the entry levels were very low. And he was suggesting that he was disappointed by that because he feels that crime would reduce if there was a concerted effort to channel some of the wayward teenagers into fighting, boxing, the UFC as you are involved in. Is that a concept that you accept?
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, I can only speak for myself and people that I know, you know, that was getting into trouble, involved in gangs and all sorts. And for me, like, UFC and mixed martial arts has changed my life, and it taught me discipline, it taught me hard work. You don't have to do it to be a fighter. You can also do it, but take the discipline from it, the hard work, the dedication, the having manners to your coaches, and even like business wise, as far as like handling your money and where should you put your money and all that. I think it all plays a part in sport. You know, so I think sport in general is great for kids, and it teaches them a lot. You know, so I'm a big advocate for sports and for putting it into like deprived communities to help them out. And I'm in between now working with the UFC to do something for Jamaica. As far as coming back to Jamaica with the belt and start some kind of sports thing where I can help and give back to the kids, you know.
Right, and Leon, the big question, when next do we see you fight? When next can we see you in action?
Well, I had a meeting Tuesday with the UFC, and they're saying February, March next year, in Wembley, in London. Wembley is like one of the biggest stadiums in London. I think it holds like 90,000 people. So that's the aim. But that's the plan for next. We're going to sell out the Wembley, defend my belt against Usman, and you'll go again.
So you are 1-1 at the moment with Usman, and I saw a report from him recently that suggests that he's anxious for this third meeting to settle the score, you might put it. But of course, you're confident that you would beat him again.
100%. I think that performance on Saturday night wasn't my best performance. I had him at his best performance, and he still couldn't finish me. He was trying to wrestle me and hold me down, and so even at my worst, I still knocked him out. So getting him back in the UK at Wembley, where I'm comfortable, where it's my area. Yeah, 100%.
Leon, really great talking to you here on the SportsMax Zone. We'll continue to track your performances and your career, and we look forward to having you in Jamaica. As you said, you're saying there is a plan afoot to have you visit Jamaica pretty soon and be a part of a program to get some of the youngsters in these deprived communities change their lives around. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, Leon Edwards there. And Mariah, I was speaking with Steve Linville. He's the president of the Caribbean Boxing Association, the Caribbean Junior and Schoolboy tournament held in Guyana over the weekend.
Right.
Very small numbers in entry, and he was disappointed that the various boxing associations throughout the region aren't doing enough to get teenagers involved in boxing for the same reasons that we just heard Leon talk about.
Yeah, and I think Leon, his decision to come to Jamaica will assist in that process, Lance, because sometimes we love to see our heroes. We love to see people who would have walked the path before. It makes it a bit easier. It makes the dream a reality. So I think Leon coming to Jamaica would be a help, a step in the right direction into helping that problem that we have.
Yeah, absolutely correct. We go to break. Still a lot more to come on the SportsMax Zone. Back in a moment.